Did you know you could double your Android phone's battery life just by changing a few settings that are turned on by default? I'm going to walk you through the entire process, and the entire process will be in your settings. So swipe up from here and tap on your settings on your Android phone. Doesn't matter which one you have. I have a Samsung Galaxy here. Now, if I scroll down, the first thing that we're going to look for is the option for Google. So here it is, midway down, tap on Google. I see a screen that looks like this, but you might see a screen and at the very top right, just tap on all services. It'll get you to all services page just like this. And we will scroll down until we get to under connected devices. You can see devices here. Just tap on devices. And now you can see scan for nearby devices. This is constantly scanning to see if you have a device nearby that it might want to connect to. But in a lot of instances, if you want to connect to a device, you just manually connect to it. You swipe down, make sure your Bluetooth is turned on, and you connect to it. So you don't need to manually scan for those devices. Constantly uses up a ton of battery. Now, the next thing that we will do is we'll go back out here to the very beginning of your settings, and we'll tap on connections at the very top. And now at the very bottom, we'll tap on more connection settings. And you can see at the very top, it says nearby device scanning. The first one was for Google, but this one is for your phone, the Android phone operating system itself. You can see nearby device scanning. If I tap on it, it basically just says it constantly scans for new devices. Again, you don't need this. You can manually connect and you can turn that off. You just don't need it. It uses up a ton of battery. Now let's go back out of here because another thing is in the printing. So tap on printing here. And you'll be able to see if I tap on default print services, it constantly searches for new printers to be able to print out of. But you can see I've already added a printer. I don't need to constantly search to see if there's a new printer on my network. So all I need to do is I can toggle that off. The next thing we'll do is go back to the beginning of your settings again, because there's another culprit that most people don't use. If we scroll down here, you can see digital well-being and parental controls. Tap on that. Now, on here, you'll be able to see at the very top right, let's tap on that little graph icon next to the search. And you can see weekly report. This is all of the apps that I've been using, the peak usage time, most used apps. Essentially, it's gathering up a bunch of information on how you're using your Android phone and reporting it here. But a lot of people don't use this or don't know that it exists or don't care. And essentially, this is taking up a lot of battery and resources going through this process and constantly tracking all this stuff. So you can always turn it off by going back out of here. And then we'll tap on the three dots at the very top right, and we'll just tap on settings. Once we're in your settings, you can see towards the bottom is usage data access. You tap on that, and of course that's turned on. It says basically it can use your data all the time to track everything. You don't need to do this unless you specifically want to. You can turn that off. The last thing we'll do is a couple of hacks in your battery settings itself. So let's go back to the beginning here, and we'll scroll where it is, scroll up a little bit, and there's battery right under display. There are two different things we'll do on here. The first one is you can see power saving. If I tap on this, it says power saving will basically affect your battery network usage, syncing, etc., especially when you have low battery turned on. Basically, you can turn this on and it does a number of different things. You can see I don't like it always having dark mode on, but it will limit CPU, turn off always on display, decrease the brightness a little bit. It does a lot of little small things that over time all add up to help really increase your battery life. But that's not the only thing. Let's go back out of here and also tap on background usage limits. And you'll be able to see limit battery usage for apps that you don't use very much. So you can see under sleeping apps, for instance, I recently opened the camera, but it kind of put that to sleep because I don't use it right now. Essentially, you want to make sure this is turned on. Put unused apps to sleep. This means if you've opened an app maybe earlier in the day and you haven't used it in a few hours, it will put it to sleep, essentially causing it to not use any resources or any of your battery so that it can help your battery perform well on what you currently are using and not use resources for something that you're not using.